morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on CCN Sunrise today. We are going to have a great one today, this early morning on Saturday. Thank you for joining us. And we have some great guests. We have in the Morning Buzz, we have Daryl McCance. And he's going to talk about
the president's first 100 days and his grade versus that wide range of perception and reality. So I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
It'll be good. It'll be good. And then we're going to have some kitty cats. We talk a lot about dogs, but we also have Lifeline. Darlene Papa is going to be on, and she's going to talk a little bit about the little
cats, because they do cats, right?
In particular, she's trying to get Naomi.
But they have lots of cats, and she's going to tell about how you can go get your own cat, right? And adopt a cat. Right, and then next it's going to be back to that intersection between politics and between healthcare, and we're going to have Dr. Jeff Barkey. He's going to join us, and we're going to talk about healthcare. And he makes a great distinction sometimes about healthcare and insurance, and I'm anxious to see what he has to say. It's always informative when he's here.
And I know Anne Marie's going to have a great segment too.
CCN Arts with Anne Marie Villacana and her guest, which is Susan Pascal, and she's going to bring in the Little Ones Quartet, which performed at Carnegie Hall.
And they're only like 6 to 8 years
Kindergarten.
old.
Are you kidding me? It makes you feel very like, oh, come on.
I know. So we are going to have a great show for you. Thanks for tuning in. And before we go any further, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors and our advertisers.
Foothill Transit, San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership, Pasadena Federal Credit Union, EH Financial, Ganal Lumber, Siren Arts Productions. Thank you for your support of Crown City News.
We love our sponsors like the East San Gabriel Valley ROP. Visit them online at esgvrop.org. Sponsor us and we'll promote you on the show too. Email info@crowncitynews.com to learn more. Now for the morning buzz, the chatter about the 100 days.
That's right.
At, 10, 20,
Well, the president
39.
started that. He talked about the importance of the 100 days and what he was going to accomplish.
They've had some special programming with that.
That's right.
So it's arrived.
Well, it's passed. So now we're talking about how it was and what did we do. Lots of important. So those on the left aren't celebrating so much, but those on the right, the supporters seem pretty happy. And one of those supporters, Daryl McCance, joins us now to talk about the president's 100 days in office.
Welcome.
So what is your thoughts about the president's first 100 days?
Couldn't be happier. We think he's done a great job.
And why?
Well, there's been any number of promises and initiatives that were indicated during the general election that would happen if he was voted in. And he has methodically gone down the list. And probably the greatest example is the Supreme Court justice. From his original list, there was questions whether that would be the case or not. True to form, pulled someone from the list and moved the process through, and then add to that any number of other initiatives.
So I'm going to assume that your score is not the same as Nancy Pelosi's.
No, we have a little different grade. We're going to go with A+.
Right.
A+.
Okay.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
What do you think he's done best, other than getting the justice in? What do you think he's done best?
I think that everybody is really in the mood for someone to do what they say they're going to do. And the fact that that's happening, and it's happening very quickly, it appears that even those who were not originally supporting his candidacy are starting to move that direction.
So how do you respond to those who would say that, like millennials who got trophies for trying, aren't you really giving the president a trophy for what he's attempted to do? Healthcare hasn't worked out so well. He's now reversed himself on China. Suddenly they're not a currency manipulator, 180 degrees from there. And then almost every other issue, he's gone the direction. He said this morning, it's a harder job than he thought. And beyond that, has talked about the idea that we may be very close to a war with North Korea, when he was campaigning on a nationalist campaign.
Right. We are at item 29 right now of promises made, promises delivered. There are most folks that supported the candidate, supported President Trump, believed it would take much, much longer to get 29 done than has already occurred. So Some of this will occur in the first 6 months, some will occur in the first year, some will occur in the first 2 years. Things have moved so quickly that we're all amazed at the energy level, the commitment. And then you have the art of the deal. You know, when you're dealing with an entity such as China, there has to be every caution taken, and he is giving them a key role in the resolution in North Korea. So there's a lot of moving parts, but at the end of the day, I believe we'll see an end to currency manipulation and the other initiatives that he's outlined.
So is there anything you are disappointed about within his first 100 days?
In all candor, I'm really not. I mean, we are really amazed that as much has occurred as has occurred. We really believed it would have been less at the 100-day mark.
Now, how does that square with the fact that he is nowhere near the position he said he would be at the end? He called China a manipulator and then said that they're not a manipulator. So I'm not understanding. I'd love, and I wish we had more time to talk about those 29 things. Just give us a few of those 29
Yeah, we can get into, for example, immigration is and again, to kind of back a little bit off, the executive office is responsible for the executive branch, and the Congress is responsible for making laws in this country. We got used to executive orders in lieu of Congress doing their job. So as an executive, he has to move that direction and facilitate Congress, which he's done a masterful job recently in promoting Paul Ryan and trying to give him the tools to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How would we get a hold of you, or how would somebody get a hold of the organization that you're with?
I'm involved with California for MAGA. I'm a vice president with the organization, and it's unique in terms of it's reaching out to Democrats, independents, and Republicans. Right now, the first goal is to reach 20 counties in the state of California.
Do you have a website?
CaliforniaForMAGA.org.
Wonderful.
CaliforniaForMAGA.org.
Okay.
Thanks so
Will you
much.
come back and join us for another?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
you.
All right, coming up, if you're a cat person, you'll want to hear about Naomi, a beautiful
Very
white
cute.
cat with black and brown spots.
I know. She went back from her
Yes.
owner, who really. So she needs a safe home
home.
now. So Darlene Pappas from Lifeline for Pets introduces us to her and a lot of other wonderful little pets. Next.